What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. If you've been here, thank you for coming back. Today I want to talk about a short film that I just dropped, Can't Let Go. If you haven't checked it out, go to my main channel, look at it. But today we're going to break down the cinematography, the good stuff, right? The boring stuff compared to people that just watch films, right? They don't want to hear about this behind the scenes stuff. But today we're going to talk about just a couple of scenes in the film. We're not going to go over every single scene. Keep in mind, this is majority of the scenes. It wasn't a long short. It was like a 6-minute short, but I figured we break down some of the things that I, wanted in the film, and the way they came out was beautiful. So I figured we break it down so you can, take some of these skills and use it, or, hopefully you grow from this experience of mine. But yeah, I'm not going to talk too much, right? So let's just jump straight into the first scene of the film. All right, so off the back, we get Michael walking into frame. This is at a time of day where you have to get up really early. So we got up at about 3:30 a.m. We got down to Center City, Philadelphia, and we just got all our composition and our blocking and staging for the actor and all those things ready, so when the perfect hour came, we could just push record. This is around 5:30, between 5:30 and 6:30. I can't tell you the exact time. It might be closer to 6:30. But this is probably, one of my best scenes, just color wise. I love that I captured it at this time of day. It just shows Philadelphia in a quiet state. If you know Philadelphia, this city is far from quiet. And to be able to capture it with no cars, no people walking. When you watch the film, you'll notice that the film is about a man pretty much lost and lonely because of a breakup that happened suddenly. So this is him trying to navigate through that, and I didn't notice it right off the bat, and I didn't plan for it, but I was like, wow, the fact that we didn't have any pedestrians, people, we didn't have any cars. We had like 1 or 2 cars pass by. It worked. That's considered a happy accident, I guess they call it. So yeah, it just worked out for the film better. It made it feel more alone. It made him feel more alone, in my opinion. So, but you see here, these lights is what make up this shot. If those lights weren't there, it wouldn't work. And the fact that Philadelphia architecture in this area, because this is the art museum in Philadelphia. Little side note, this is the shot where Rocky ran up the steps. So if you're a fan of Rocky, if you ever seen any Rocky movies, this is where they shot him running up the steps. How about we cut to that scene? All right, now we're back. But yeah, that scene was shot here. These are legendary steps in cinema at this point, so I wanted to capture Philadelphia, and it's no better angle of Philadelphia than from the art museum steps. So for this shot, you see him walk into frame. At first, I didn't know how I wanted to capture it. I was going to have multiple different angles, but I just think just for the opening scene, I wanted to try to do something different and just have him come into frame and just, capture it that way. That's pretty much what I wanted. I did. It wasn't no real strategic plan behind it. I just think for me, that's helped tell the scene, the story off the back the best way. I did cut a little bit out of this. He did walk down the steps. I didn't end up using it, but he did eventually go down the stairs and walk off. But yeah, this is about, I would say, 6:30 a.m. in the morning. So yeah, if you want to get a shot like this, you need to get up You can't be lazy. You got to get up. You got to prepare yourself. And this is only an hour long before this kind of light is gone. 30 minutes after this, the sun would have been peeking out of the horizon, I guess that's what it's called. And the shot would be completely different. You would get more like awake feel. I like this dawnish early morning look, the blue hour. It's probably one of my favorite times to shoot any film, movie, music video, whatever. I love this morning blue. It just always, it captures the feelings that I like in cinema. So yeah, as for this scene, that's pretty much that. Also, with this scene, I used a live mic on mic for the audio. With that live mic, it captured a lot of the background noise that I didn't like. I ended up not taking it out because it just worked. It captured a lot of beautiful birds chirping, so I ended up keeping it in. But yeah, that wasn't supposed to be in it, but I was going to add that stuff in, but it worked, so I kept it in there. So yeah, so moving on to the next scene. All right, so we get to the living room scene, Mike's apartment. It's two scenes, so you get the slowly push out, and then we get a close-up scene shot of his face. I really like this scene. So these type of scenes are more challenging because when you're indoors, you have to light a certain way, and I think we ended up using a reflector, I think, on this side, aiming at his face. I'm not sure. I think we ended up using it, but we didn't. We had it, but we didn't end up using it. But we definitely had a light bouncing off of. I mean, we definitely had a light aiming towards his face. This is actually shot with the aperture 120 or the 300D. They have a TV edit. They have a TV effect that I used. I always wanted to use it, and it worked out perfectly. If I would have used just the TV, it would have never casted this bright. It would have been way more darker. So we had to use a light to motivate the practical light, which is the TV. So, that's what they mean by motivated lighting, using an off-camera light to simulate, like, obviously the TV. So, yeah, so that was a little bit of motivation lighting that we used for the TV. It was like, I think we used the 120D or the 300, I'm not sure. Yeah. Other than that, the only thing I would have did differently, I would have tried to light this a little different, which means is if I had to go back, let's take that away. I would have possibly maybe put a lamp here, and it would have brought out the background better. It would just the scene lighting would have been way better. So if I can go back in time, I would have put some type of lamp behind him to cast out a little bit more to create that depth between him and the background, because it feels a little flat. It's not too flat because I had light hitting him, but I would have rather gave that background its own kind of light to help tell the scene a little better. But all in all, I love the scene. This is why we do these things, to learn. So when we're on a bigger set and it's more people, we know exactly how to light the best way. But yeah, I wish I would have threw a light back there. All right, so this is our third and final scene. So, fun fact about this scene was actually shot on a stroller, a baby stroller. If you don't know, I have two kids, and we still have strollers laying around from when they were little. And I seen somebody use this, I think years ago on YouTube when I was searching stuff, filmmaking, and they were saying, hey, if you don't have money for a dolly, like, everybody has a stroller. Like, somebody in your family has a stroller. And I just so happened to have a running stroller. I think it worked out better because I had a running stroller because it had actual bike tires on it. And, I kind of sat in there while I had my brother push me. And then we just, he pushed me down the line. I like this scene. I like the lighting in this scene. All this lighting was pretty good. Also, this was also shot at a good hour of the day because you get all that blue, and it's not dark yet, so it's simulating that it's just it's late in the day. It's not like dark outside, and I just like that it just matches perfectly how it began. Now it's like the end of the day. Now when you watch this, it is over time, so it's not like the same day or even the next day. It's days and weeks in apart. So I just like how it ends with the same type of lighting, a little bit darker, but same kind of lighting that it started with. So that was cool. I do have a lot more short films that I have coming out that I've been writing for a while, and I just want to make sure when I get out on a set with more actors, more helpers, and I can command the troops to do exactly what I need them to do and not wonder like, oh, if I put this light, what that'll look like, or because you're dealing with time when you're shooting. So by doing stuff like this, you kind of learn where you need to put the money into, where you don't need to put the money into, how to block stage, how to light, how to direct your actors, and all these things are just practicing for the next film. But I learned a lot doing this. If you're interested in doing short films, one thing I could tell you is just go out and do it. We see a lot of people say they want to be actors or they want to shoot a film and they don't. I was like that. I thought I needed all this gear and lights. I think gear matters, so I'm not going to tell you about gear doesn't matter, but I think shooting a short film doesn't matter. You shouldn't need 5 actors to make a short film. This is just showing you right now, this is just one actor. It's a million stories you could tell with one actor. It's about if you want to tell that story. But one thing I did learn is shooting stuff like this helps you develop your lane, I want to say, your style, and you kind of know which way you want to go and how you want to tell your stories. I love this. I love shooting this. I love short films. I love movies. I love just the whole art form. And I hope you guys love it too. I hope you guys like and subscribe this video. We're about to get out of here. Make sure you check out Can't Let Go. It's arguably one of my best short films that I've made so far. And thanks for watching. And if you are new here, make sure you subscribe. I might have said that 10 times a day, but some people forget to subscribe. So, sometimes you got to tell them again and again and again. But with that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell button. Let me know if you like this video, if you think I should do more short films, if I should break down more of scenes that you've even seen in movies. Maybe we can do something like that. And, we'll do it. Thanks for watching. And you guys have a great night. Right now it's nighttime where I'm at. I'm like tired as hell, but we had to get through it for you guys. So like, subscribe, comment, go check out Can't Let Go, and let's run those numbers up. Let's go.